Hi, this is Vickie Hacking. I'm just here to share a fun idea with you. It's an easy way to present color, and it doesn't take a lot of training. You can present color and make an effective demonstration. It's called the back of the hand color. Again, as the back of the hand facial, we're going to be presenting color on the back of the hand. All you need is a few tools and props. What I recommend is you have a brush for applying the blush, a spatula, a sponge, and I have two Supertone testers, two foundation testers. One is in Rich Mahogany, that's a dark shade. This is from the Always Stay On color collection. And I also have a bisque, which doesn't matter what shade, but you do need the darkest shade, which is the Rich Mahogany. Then I have two pencils. I have a pencil in black, and I have an automatic pencil in maroon. Doesn't matter which colors, but you want a dark shade. Black or dark brown would be the best for your pencils. I also have a lipstick, any shade would do. And I have a moisturizer. Again, I have it from the new Royal Jelly mini collection. So I have here the Royal Jelly. I also have a spritzer, and remember I told you could get your little containers from Sally's Beauty Supply, or you can use the regular spritzer, the full size, but I like mini sizes, so again I can carry all of this in a little bag and put it in my purse and be ready to demonstrate how color can be effective with Jafra. The last thing is you'll want to have a eyeshadow trio, and what I found was the Prima Dawn happens to be a very good color for us to do this demonstration, and a blush, and most of all your powder. It's very important to use the Jafra translucent powder. I happen to be using the light medium shade. So these are our props, and we're ready to go to show you how to effectively present Jafra color on the back of the hand. So the first thing I want to do is I want to apply a little moisturizer to the top of the hand. Now this always helps to have a little, it doesn't matter which moisturizer, I happen to be using Royal Jelly, but it could be boosting cream, anything, any type of a Jafra moisturizer will work fine. Be sure you take the top of the hand and apply the moisturizer over the entire top of the hand so the hand is nice and moist. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the dark shade of the Rich Mahogany, and you're just going to put a little dot right there, just like this. And then you're going to just take it. Remember, I'm just going to pat it in, so it's going to be just a little touch like that. And then I'm going to ask everyone that I'm presenting this to, what do you think? Do you think that color's the right shade for me? Hopefully they will look at it and say, no, that's far too dark for you. Now here comes the magic of Jafra. Watch this. I'm going to take the foundation, and I'm going to blend it into the top of my hand. It's very important that you have put moisturizer on first. And as you blend, you're telling everyone that you're presenting this to, whether it be 1 or 2 or 5 or 30 people, look how Jafra's foundation, how it will pick up the natural tones of your skin and blend right in. And look, we have it totally blended in to the top of the hand, and you can't tell where it is or where it was, because that dark foundation, Rich Mahogany, went in beautifully to the top of my hand. Now that's the first part of our presentation, and I always want to say to my clients, now that's a good foundation. You know that by doing this, it isn't going to show on your throat when you put it on, because it's going to blend into the skin. Okay, so here we go. The next part of the presentation is showing how powder makes such a difference, and Jafra has the best blending powder, and I love the way it works. So I'm just going to take a little powder and I'm going to apply it into the top of the lid, and I have a sponge. Here we go. I'm going to apply a little powder here and no powder to the other top of the hand. So here we go. I have two parts of the hand, powdered and no powder. Okay, and we're going to take a pencil and we're going to make 2 lines, one across and one across the one that hasn't been powdered, and one across the top of the hand that has been powdered. So we have 2 lines. Go over it several times to make sure it's very dark, easy for the client to see. And you see here I have 2 lines, one that is over the powdered side and one that has nothing but just a foundation underneath it and moisturizer. Now I'm going to take the powder again with my spatula, and I'm going to go over the top of the one that has powder. So now we have powder underneath, and we have the line, and we have powder on top. You're going to take your hand and you're going to go across both like this, and I want you to see how one stays perfectly in place and one line starts smudging. And as you go across it with your fingers, you will see that the one that had the powder under it and the one that had the powder on top of it is the line that stayed. Think how wonderful that will be to present to your clients, to show them how to make your Jafra color for your eyes, under your eyes, for lining your lips. If you'll use powder under and on top before applying your eye pencil or your mascara, it will stay on longer. Now let's quickly go to another part of our presentation. Again, I will spritz off this. You know what's amazing is that when I'm doing this, it doesn't want to come off. That line is on there so solidly by putting powder underneath and on top. I promise you, your clients will be so impressed when they see how you've done this simple presentation. So again, we move on, and now we're going to put powder on the top of the hand, and we're going to take a very dark shade of eyeshadow. And again, I'm using the Primal Dawn, I'm using the darkest shade, and I'll just put a little touch there. And you can see how it grabs. I've just taken a touch of eyeshadow and I put it there, and it has just grabbed onto my hand, and it's quite dark, and most people would look at it and say, oh, that's too dark of an eyeshadow for me. But watch what will happen. I will take the applicator, I will put it back into the eyeshadow, and then I will take it and apply it to the powder. So now we have the eyeshadow, the darkest shade, we have the powder on top of it, and we can now, right next to where I put the smudge, where I didn't have any powder, and now I take the side, and I just keep blending it like this. And can you see the difference? You have eyeshadow that goes on so soft because it has had translucent powder, Jafra's powder, to tone it down. And you have over here the side that didn't have any powder, and you have the side over here. This is how beautiful your eyeshadow will go on if you'll use powder. Powder your eyes, take your applicator, dip it into the eyeshadow, and then dip it into the powder, and then smooth it on, and you will find that your eyeshadow goes on beautifully. Ladies, do you know how many women would love to have this information, to be able to know that before they put their blush on, they will take and put the brush into the blush, and instead of going on like this, directly on, they will take it, they will dip it into powder, and then they will apply it, and you can apply it right to your hand to show her how beautiful the Jafra blush goes on. It can be the darkest shade, and yet when you put it on with a little powder before it goes, after it goes into the blush, it will go on so smooth on the top of your head. These are just quick, easy techniques to demonstrate on the back of the hand. So what I've done is I've shown you how the pencil goes on better with powder. I've shown you how the eyeshadow goes on better with powder. And I've shown you also how blush goes on better when you use powder. Dip it into the blush, then into the powder, and then onto your face. So this is Vickie Hacking, and I hope you enjoy these quick color tips. I hope they can make a difference in your life. And remember, you can do all of these presentations on the top of your hand. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. So show people how the foundation, how beautiful a foundation can go on, even if you're using a color as dark as rich mahogany. Show them how beautiful the eyeshadow will go on when you use powder, that is the translucent powder, as a partner. And then be sure to show them the lines where you take both lines and you show them how to make your eyeliner stay on all day. It works the same with putting powder on your lashes. The powder will encourage the eyeshadow to stay on all day, and you will have beautiful color. Then what I would do is I would take them and I would refer them to the color set in our Jafra catalog and show them how they save money by purchasing a Jafra Color collection or by buying the deluxe collection. They're going to get all of the color in the deluxe collection. So refer them to the collections, show them color on the top of the hand, and you will see that your sales can soar. And you know, when your sales go up, that means the profit in your pocket goes up. This is Vickie Hacking. I hope you enjoy this back of the hand color facial idea.